What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. And guys, I just got a very exciting package in the mail. I got They Live, the Scream Factory 4K Steelbook of They Live, and I am so excited. I'm going to do a little quick unboxing. I'm also going to talk about the movie on 4K because I actually reviewed this movie on 4K back in early 2021. I think this is was the first Scream Factory 4K that was put out. Not the first Shout Factory, because I believe that was Deer Hunter, but this came out, and I think Prince of Darkness came out right after it. So yeah, I bought this back in early 2021. I love this movie. I've always loved this movie, so I had to get it. And I have a 4K review. Maybe I'll try to link that down below, or I post that up here somewhere, like a little card or something, so you guys can check that out. Now, it was 2 years ago, so it probably isn't the best review in the world, but I'll talk about the picture quality a little bit. I also just want to talk about the movie and how cool this movie is. It's such a great movie, and just why you need to buy. If you have not seen They Live, buy this Steelbook. One, because the artwork is fantastic. Two, because it's got Rowdy Roddy Piper in the freaking movie, and just one of his very few roles. I've always loved Rowdy Piper. I was a huge wrestling fan at one point. And yeah, it's such a great movie. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox the Steelbook. I just want to talk about They Live for a little bit. Can I do that? And this is actually not the second time that I bought this movie, but the third, because I had the Scream Factory Blu-ray that came out a few years ago. So yeah, They Live. Look, before we get into the unboxing, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Are you a fan of They Live? Let me know in that comment section below. When I think about They Live, it's really hard for me to say that it's not the most underrated John Carpenter movie, because again, it's such a great John Carpenter film. It's such a great film from the 80s. It's really got everything. It's got action, it's got comedy, it's got sci-fi, it's got horror, it's got Rowdy Roddy Piper in the freaking movie, for God's sakes. It is such a great movie. But the thing about John Carpenter is, when you say one of his movies is super underrated, there's a lot of them there's a lot of different directions that you could go in. You could say that about Christine. You could say that about Big Trouble in Little China. Even though I think Big Trouble in Little China, more so than a lot of his other films, has a really strong fan base. But really, like, or even The Fog, which I'm not the biggest fan of The Fog, but I know a lot of people are. And, you know, he has all of these movies, but really what it all boils down to with John Carpenter is he has Halloween and he has The Thing. And those movies are just so freaking good. They're masterpieces of horror. Everybody loves those movies, and it would be hard to find somebody that would not put either one of those as their #1 John Carpenter movie. So I think as a result of that, just when you think of John Carpenter, everybody wants to throw out Halloween, they want to throw out The Thing, and they kind of don't mention movies a lot like They Live. And I don't even think that people even think of this movie as a John Carpenter movie, at least not in like the mainstream circles or people that have seen it. But everybody knows that John Carpenter was attached to Halloween, he's attached to The Thing. In the Mouth of Madness is another super underrated John Carpenter movie. They Live is probably my #4. I would say it's my 4th favorite John Carpenter movie. But look, are you guys ready for me to unbox this? I've been talking enough about this damn movie. Let me take this Steelbook artwork. Look, I don't always do the Scream Factory Steelbooks. I really don't. But when an artwork just really captures my attention like this one did, I just have to pull the trigger. I have to pull the trigger. I already had the movie on 4K, but I just had to do it. And there's already a 4K of They Live as well. Studio Canal released a 4K of that, I believe, before the Scream Factory version, because this was I think it was the Studio Canal transfer that they used. But that came out, I think, in 2020, and there's like a 4-pack of Escape from New York and They Live and The Fog and all that kind of stuff. But oh my goodness, let's look at this Steelbook. Still got the J card on. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love the colors on this. I just love the you know, bluish green, teals, and it just looks magnificent, and it looks even better in person than it did on the actual picture. But yeah, you had the alien creatures right there that transform when he puts the glass, not transform, but he reveals themselves when he puts the glasses on in the movie. Such a cool idea for a movie. Like there has really, just getting back into They Live as a movie, guys. This video is going to be all over the place. All of my videos are. So get used to it if you're just now discovering me here on Mid-Level Media. But it's such a cool concept that I don't feel like anybody has executed quite the same way. There's been some other, you know, movies that have tried this kind of thing before, but nobody pulls it off and executes it quite in the same way as they do in They Live. In a lot of ways, this is maybe the most fun John Carpenter movie, but it's also the most political John Carpenter movie. It's the most satirical John Carpenter movie. Like I said, there's parts of this movie that are almost played as a straight up comedy. This is where, if anybody knows the line, it's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum and I'm all out of gum. That's Roddy Piper walking in with a shotgun delivering that line, and it's such a great line. Just his delivery is so fantastic. This movie has a lot to say about consumerism and the social and economic class structure and where everybody falls into it. And just the dangers of kind of playing that game every day. Buy, obey, consume. Those are themes that just permeate throughout this entire movie. And it's just, they pull this movie off, all the themes, and they always bring it back to the fun though. Like, it never gets too serious. But it's all that stuff, all that political satire wrapped in this like alien invasion, action, comedy, horror. Like, there's some straight horror moments in this movie as well, just all wrapped into one. So like I said, if you have not seen They Live, this is a must-see movie in my opinion. But look, let's look at the J card right here. So this does retain all of these special features that was present, not only in the 4K that came out, because I don't think they added anything new to the 4K that came out back in 2021, but this retains all the special features that this release has always had. And yeah, right there, guys, this proves my point right here on the back from the director John Carpenter, Halloween The Thing. They have both of those movies. That's the movies that John Carpenter is known for. So yeah, that's the J card. This does include Dolby Vision, HDR10, Dolby Atmos as well is included in this release. But again, that's all the same stuff that was included in the 4K that came out. So this is the same release. If you bought this back in 2021, this literally adds nothing new. There's nothing new here. But the Steelbook artwork, which is completely awesome. And let's show off the back real quick. I haven't showed off the back. Look at this. Oh my God, I love it so much. This artwork is so freaking killer. It's so fantastic. And we'll show the spine right there. Like I said, I don't buy these Scream Factory Steelbooks that much, but I just had to with They Live. It's just one of those movies that I just love, and I'm going to buy every single edition of. But let's look at the 4K Ultra HD disc right here, and then we'll pop out this Blu-ray. I'll compare and see if it's the same disc artwork that was present on the 2021 4K. And then you got this right here with the Obey, which, you know, this is kind of like the slogan of the movie. This is like shown everywhere in the film when he puts the sunglasses on. First off, he puts the sunglasses on, it reveals all the aliens, but it also turns everything black and white. So the movie just has a really cool aesthetic as it's switching back and forth between black and white and color. And all that stuff, just getting into the transfer a little bit, looks fantastic in 4K. This is probably one of the best 4K releases that Scream Factory has ever produced. And it was their first one. So highly recommend this release, guys. Even if you don't, you know, if you're not into Steelbooks, you know, pick up the 4K because it's a great 4K release by Scream Factory. What a great Steelbook. Look at this damn Steelbook. And yes, I was going to show off the 4K and see if the artwork was the same, which it's actually not. There's different artwork on the 4K disc on this one than there is on the new Steelbook. So that's interesting. They did some different artwork there. But look, there you go, guys. They Live. It's just one of those movies. You gotta double dip. You gotta triple dip on They Live. It is one of the greatest John Carpenter movies. Like, if you have not seen this movie, I'm telling you right now, guys, watch this movie. That's why I'm doing this video. Look, I could have just done a simple unboxing of They Live, but I'm trying to sell you on this film. If you have not seen it, I'm telling you, it is one of the greatest 80s movies. You got to check it out. And this is a stellar Steelbook that's available right now for $27.99, which is really not a bad price at all for a premium Steelbook, a premium boutique Steelbook. And if you have never purchased They Live at all, if you don't have it in your collection, this is an absolute no-brainer. So I will link this down below in the description. But thank you all so much for watching this short video unboxing of They Live, the 4K Steelbook. You know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Comment down below your thoughts on They Live. Also, turn on the bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.